Abuse, threaten, and coerce victims to fulfill his sexual desires.
Diddy's downfall.
I believe the indictment is the tip of the iceberg.
From a life of luxury to a New York jail cell.
People in Diddy's inner circle could be turning against him.
So who's next to be named?
They are cutting deals with them to testify.
In music's Me Too moment.
I do think that he will be found guilty.
His first and only public apology.
My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace.
Hello viewers. Oshe Khaled our level up connect entertainment so morning devotion the entertainment business strategic and bro asa PDD na issues na aba no masa anode among who say entertainment industry no na hokwa what I say obi je ne Grammy na hokwa obi timi je award bi na hokwa yesterday you see PDD yakoche 1000 oils on fee baby oils. This baby oils then almost all the nake meboa this the fellow artists the fellow politicians no the nake so what I say so na also awhwe me no one build do more one hwe morning devotion ti ase e ho say ade na wo ye ne sika wo ma ye be nake wo ye the baby oil be nake wo ama TV ade bi na o passion no de na wonya film wonya hwe FBI the evidence ne ba say Diddy the other year no pop that do they no Diddy pop that no say na 60 minutes in Austria mo say no moka
way, you know, his name Puff Daddy came from rumors of a temper, you know, that he would huff and puff and kind of be, you know, pretty a bold character, I guess, and those infamous things. They were super luxurious, lavish affairs. He was really famous, especially for his white parties, which he'd throw on Labor Day.
Every celebrity under the sun, we've been pictured at those over the years.
You know, we've got video of and photos of lots and lots of different celebrities at these parties, and a lot of those people have come out now and said that they're distancing themselves, obviously, from Combs, that they weren't aware of perhaps what was going on after those parties took place, because the allegations here are so heinous that, you know, people really want to be making sure that they're not attacked.
And what we're hearing in the indictment about where these alleged crimes took place.
Yeah, look, we don't have specific detail on exactly where these freak-offs, when and where they were happening. But from the indictment, we do know that, you know, he would invite young women and male sex workers to participate in these kinds of sex parties that sometimes went on for days, were so brutal and severe that, you know, people needed IV drips to rehydrate once they were done. You know, there's allegations that people that participated in these parties, willingly or perhaps unwillingly, were left so battered and bruised afterwards that they couldn't go outside. They couldn't be seen because the damage that had been done was kind of so severe. It's really horrific stuff.
Sickening to read and hear, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do we suspect that Diddy's defense?
Yes, Burna Boy. Yes, Wizkid. Yes, Justin Bieber. Evidence ni ba. FBI the evidence ni ba. Say Diddy the other year no. Pop that the other year no. Oh, aha. Nidin year 5. Love. PDD, PD, Mr. D, Mr. Combs, Diddy be brave. Na sisi ano the issue na aba no cases makoko 5 and e diabono. Cases no ebini
Others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct by relying on a criminal enterprise he created which engaged in sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice.
Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics, such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant.
He faces charges of racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. And even as Combs sits in a jail cell, yet another lawsuit, this time from a woman named Thalia Graves, who says Diddy, along with his head of security, raped her and recorded it in 2001 when she was just 25.
The internal pain after being sexually assaulted has been incredibly deep. It's a pain that reaches into your very core of who you are and leaving emotional scars that may never fully heal.
Combs and his representatives have not responded to Graves' suit. He remains in lockup in Brooklyn, and it is no secret the feds are focused on the alleged co-conspirators referenced in the indictment who allegedly kept his criminal enterprise going.
Sa cases the idea bon New York home. Any baby as see a cases no born on all question. Any easy. Ama entertainment industry. Obi share me industry now or picture be or the man. What I say, and routine morning devotion there, bro. Said the way I obey you know why the oh ye. Now what's here say no business side and when you see Google. Now issue with say
that leaked to CNN of his 2016 assault of her in a Los Angeles hotel, that she's obviously been through a lot. It must have taken a lot for her to speak out and to file her own lawsuit. And a lot of what she and her legal team allege in that lawsuit lines up almost word for word with things that we are now seeing, claims that are being made in that indictment.
PDD issues no anode. Inti morning devotion, ye bro, no what I say, no one say entertainment industry now will remove because passionate crowd now they ban or so one kasa koya before so Diddy. Cat Williams eka sembi FRPDD say anokan.
All I was telling you about, right? Because P Diddy be wanting to party, and you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. My goal was to get this far in Hollywood and still have a virgin asshole, and never have sucked a penis. That was my only goal. I had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
So, was it P. Diddy so or from $50 million to knock him? To do what? To knock him. What the evidence in it, say everything P. Diddy achieved was devilish acts in the entertainment business. Morning devotion, ye mount. Ama wati the correct act no kwaya be faso nya usika gubuto. Eno na morning devotion ye dey bro. Inti subscribe to channel ne follow it. Enkomo akra kwa mo no ye bi. E be kwa mo downfo bi. Eno nti morning devotion say follow ye. Follow level up connect entertainment. Na o passion no eti ase ne nya bibi egubuto. Bye bye.